Just not sure if I'm buying what GM is selling right now. I mean, if you gotta buy something as big and porky as a Yukon, I guess it's good that it's a hybrid, but how good? Let's check the tech and check the greenness. Now the power in this big bastard comes out of a 6-liter V8. Holy cow! But then, of course, it's got electric motors helping it out not be so porky. 332 horsepower, 367 foot-pounds. That's a big old mill. You don't think of that as a green car, do you? So what's going on here is a 2-mode hybrid. You see the badge on the outside of the car. And what they've done here is create a special transmission that has 2 electric motors integrated into it, 2 planetary gear sets, 1 fixed set of 4 gear ratios, and the whole idea is a unique way of combining the transmission and the hybrid electric power motors into one unit. What's the end result? You can run this vehicle on electric only, which it does in creeping modes. It'll also do an auto stop when you come to a red light or a stop sign. You see that happen there. And then as soon as you lift off or hit the gas deeply enough, depending on the mode, it fires the engine again. You've got some variable fuel management, which is another way of not using cylinders when they're not necessary, like when you're cruising on the freeway under gas power. The bottom line here is a significant, though significant enough, MPG improvement. 2122 are the EPA ratings, and take those with a grain of salt. They're usually optimistic. Your batteries live under the second row seats, 300-volt battery packs. Again, bear that into the cost of ownership on this guy. You will eventually need to service and or replace those batteries. Hard to say what that'll cost when the time comes. Oh, and check this out. A novel way to operate a shiftable automatic, which this is. You've got this rocker switch right here. So you drop the lever into M, which is right below drive, and then you move that rocker up and down to select your gear. Now, it's not any different than a typical slush box that's shiftable, but it's a novel way of handling the interface. Here's our head unit, which by the way is standard. Yukons come pretty well equipped. This is a navigation head unit, which means you don't have to rely on that OnStar turn-by-turn nav that GM used to force you into if you wanted navigation. Now you've got the on-screen, looks like so. It's a little bit on the crunchy side in terms of how the map looks. The audio system on this guy is AM, FM, XM. Here's your aux jack. There's no iPod adapter available, no USB adapter. This is a relatively dated head unit. You're not going to see those kind of technologies right away in this piece. Now, when you got a vehicle this big, you better give folks in the back something to do, because when they see you pull up in this, they say, oh, it's going to be a nice, comfortable ride. So you can option a rear seat entertainment system that'll play DVDs on a single overhead mounted, ceiling mounted drop-down display, and has 2 pair of wireless headphones. So bottom line, there's our average economy over a mix of driving, 18.8 miles per gallon. Not happy time at the pump, folks, but if you need something this big, not bad, and certainly an improvement over the bad old days not too long ago. On the other hand, if you don't need something this big, the whole point's moot, hybrid or not. Okay, let's price our big boy with the battery pack. You're pushing 52 grand base, but it's well equipped. That includes everything I've shown you, with few exceptions, and a couple things I didn't show you, like the rear view camera and park sensors. If you want to option it up, $1295 for rear seat entertainment. If you want the all-wheel drive, it's about $3,000 more base.